Hi there, it's me, Chris Colley. I am an independent stand-up demonstrator in the city of Rochester Hills and the state of Michigan. And it's Wednesday at 12 o'clock, and that is our time to come here live and do a little live at lunchtime where I share some inspiration with you. Before we jump in today, I am going to first make sure I'm in the right spot, and then I'm going to share with you our stamp sale. You guys all know about the stamp sale going on today. I've been sharing it the past few days in my Facebook and my newsletters and all over the place, right? So I do hope that you're on my Facebook group, which is Rubber Room Stamping Friends. And then this, of course, is my Facebook page. And I do have a blog at rubberroomramblings.com. And I do send out newsletters. So if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter list, please do. I will set up a link in the comment section here for you so you can do that. We are having a 24-hour sale, and it is on stamp sets in our annual catalog. So it does not include online exclusives, and it does not include a hostess set, and it does not include bundles. It's just on our gorgeous stamp sets. And there are lots of them in the catalog, so be sure you check those out. I did post today with a link where you can go right to my website in order. You can join now and put those 15% off stamps into your starter kit. Your starter kit only costs you $99, and you get $125 worth of products that you get to pick. So you could spend $125 on stamp sets that are already 15% off. That would be a humongous savings for you. So I did put a link also to join my team and purchase your starter kit. And then I will be doing a group order tonight. So if you just have one or two stamp sets that you need and you don't want to pay that $8.95 shipping, this is a great way to save on shipping. You have until 6 o'clock, and you can email me or text message me with your order and payment and get that sale price on just a few items and save on shipping. Okay, and the other thing going on right now is bonus days. Okay, I don't know how many of you guys know about bonus days, but these are kind of like Kohl's Cash, which I love, especially at the holidays. But you spend $50 minimum, and you get a $5 coupon that you can use in August. Now, if you are a demonstrator, that's super exciting because August we will be doing some pre-orders, so that's kind of a cool thing. And bonus days, you can include those stamp sales that are going on today are included with the bonus day special. Okay, so we are going to get started. Today, I am going to be using the Two-Tone Flora Die. I don't know, it has this gorgeous stamp set. During celebration, it had some paper, I think maybe that matched it. Maybe not, maybe I'm thinking of something else. But it has lots of great stamps. These are two-step stamps. So you have the outline, and then you have the inside of the image. And then it has some dies that match it. You also have this little like fern piece and some leaves. So actually great dies that match it, but it has this one die that is kind of what I would call a standalone die or a background die. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I like to use that one a lot, and we used it in our background class. So we are going to start off with a piece of paper. This piece of paper is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and it's cut that way. I forgot all of my tools. Oh, I think I can do it with what I have here. It's cut that way because we're going to trim it when we're done. So what I've done is I've taken watercolor pencils. I have Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie. This is the first one, so it doesn't have a name on it, and Melon Mambo. And this one is going to be maybe Calypso Coral, I think. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to, these are our watercolor pencils, and I am just going to start off scribbling on this piece of paper. No rhyme or reason. If you like more yellow, going right over top of my other colors. And I'm just going to keep adding color to it by using different colored pencils. I'm going to cover up this entire piece of cardstock. I did use the thick basic white cardstock just because I'm going to watercolor and it absorbs the water a little better than our basic. Our aqua painters come in 3 different blend or brush sizes. This is going to be our big brush, which I love. And I am going to just squeeze it out. I should have brought a little, let me grab it, cloth here. Usually I would have a little piece of paper towel, but I don't. So I'm just going to use a piece of the scrap. And I'm just going to squeeze my brush. Let's bring it in here so you can see, until I can see the water coming out of it. And you do want a lot of water with this. And I am just going to give a once over like this. And you can see my colors are all going to start to blend together. They'll look nice and smooth. I'm going to bring in some of that darker color there. Okay. And I have a piece that's done so that you guys wouldn't have to spend your lunch hour watching me color. And okay, so you can see, I'll just bring it up a little close here. My scrap paper so you can see how bright and beautiful those colors are. And you can make it as bright as you want. You can make it as soft, more pastel as you want. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let this piece dry, and we're going to put our big die, our background die, right on top of it. So it's going to cut that out, okay? And through the magic of TV, I have one here that's all cut out for you. And then what I did was I went in and I have another piece of the thick basic white that's cut 5.5 by 8.5. And the 8.5 inch side, excuse me, is scored at 4 1/4. Okay. And then I'm just going to come in with some of my liquid, well, no, I'm not. I'm going to take my ribbon first off. And this ribbon comes in a 2-pack. It actually coordinates and is part of the Zany Zoo suite. So I'm just going to trim mine up a tiny bit over here. Grab my snips. Okay, then I am going to turn my paper over, and I'm just going to add some green glue to it, just in any kind of big parts that you have. Boy, I think I missed you guys last Wednesday. It's been, this summer has been a hard one for me to kind of get myself on track. I love gardening, and we've had so many storms that I find myself just getting up and being on the deck, and when I would normally have my laptop and be working, I get, excuse me, I'm not sure what's happening there, caught up and start picking up the deck and deadheading and watering, and I enjoy being out on my deck, and I normally will take my laptop out there and start my business day working. So it's just been a little bit hard to get myself organized. And this one I'm just going to plop right on here. And I'm not going to cut it down even. That die is just like the perfect 5.5 by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to leave it that way. Well, and look at that. I cut my ribbon down and then forgot to put it on. So I'm just going to, beauty of working with my green glue is that I can lift it up and stick my ribbon right under there. I actually am going to use my stamp and seal there. And I'm just going to put my ribbon right on top of my stamp and seal. There we go. And then I'm going to have to do the same thing over here. I get talking and forget what I'm doing. But like I said, that I'm going to have to turn this a little bit. Whoops. There we go. I still don't think that's going to get me there. Okay. Let's try that. That got me there. Okay. So we'll put this back down. Make sure that's straight. And add it there. Okay, so we have our little ribbon there. Don't you guys love that background? I think that floral background is just so amazing. I gotta get my little, I'm not sure how I already managed to get adhesive on here. I think I got adhesive on here before I got it onto my card. All right, let's see if we can do that without taking out my card. Okay, and this, I'm just going to push through here. And I'm just going to make a little bow with it. And you can, this ribbon frays very, very nicely. So if you like to have some frayed ribbon, you can go ahead and do that. It makes a really pretty little bow. I'm going to do my little bunny ears here. There we go. And it makes, this ribbon just makes a pretty bow, whether you fray it or not. It's just kind of like a perfect size. And I just put my finger on the top knot and pull it until I get it just so that it kind of is a size that coordinates with the size of my card or my sentiment here. Okay, and then I am going to use a sentiment from the Something Fancy stamp set. This is actually a bundle and has these great dies in it. I love this bundle. It has been like kind of one of my go-to bundles. I've used it a lot because I love these dies that coordinate with it. But today, if you could, just a stamp set, I mean, the words, you need these words for everything. So I am going to just stamp the words Happy Birthday on my die cut piece. And I find that if I can get my die cut straight on my grid paper, that I am most likely to be able to get it straight. Oh, I got a little ring around my rubber. Wow. You must have very heavy-handed. Okay, let's try that again. I'm just going to tap very lightly. Make sure I'm straight here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to bring in my scissors. And you could, I can stamp this on some grid paper, or I'm sorry, some scrap paper, and die cut it again, but I am just going to give it a trim and cut off that little piece at the bottom there where I had the little ring around my rubber, okay? And I think that will look okay on there. So I'm just going to put that on like that. I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive in here to kind of hold my ribbon in place. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on my words. And I think I'm going to use the tiny ones. I actually am going to trim this up a little bit more. I don't want it to make it too tiny, but I do want the focal point of my card to be the that gorgeous die. We actually did this card in a background class that I did last month. And everybody really liked it. So I was glad that it turned out and was such a big hit. I'm going to use my mini dimensionals for these words. And I'm going to put one at each end and one in the middle. Now, if you guys are wondering about that stamp sale, there are Christmas stamps in the catalog that you can get. And it does include stamp sets that are part of dies. The only stamp sets that are excluded are the host sets. And with the customer order, if you just have one or two sets that you want to order, your minimum shipping is, I believe it's $8.99 now. So you can get in on group shipping or party order shipping, which is 10% of your order. I actually do a group order each month because we all like to save on shipping. I sometimes have an order where I could, for what I'm paying for shipping, I could actually get an extra stamp set. And I'm sure that's going to be true today with your stamp sales. So you're 15% off. I just want to get this one just a tiny this side, just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to trim this one off. There. And I don't think I'm even going to add some jewels or anything to it because I think that it's really pretty just like this. I don't think you really need to add anything to it. So let me just bring it up so you can see all of those really great colors in it. So you can see it's kind of pastel, kind of watercolory. I absolutely love it. So quick and easy watercolor background. And then this one, I frayed my ribbon. So when I talked about making a bow with your ribbon that's frayed, I just cut the end off and frayed it out and then added that bow that way. So two really great cards just with a different kind of bow on them. Thanks for watching today, you guys. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your lunch hour if you're at work, and the rest of your day if you're at home. You get to get out and enjoy some of the beautiful weather. It's gorgeous here in Michigan. We're no storming today for once, which is so wonderful. So don't forget about the bonus days. When you order $50, you'll get that $5 coupon. Or the 24-hour stamp sale, 15% off all stamps in the 2023-2024 catalog. So let me just, before I say goodbye, pop on here. Kay is here. Thanks, Kay. I'm glad you like it. And Cheryl, thanks for watching, you guys, and thanks for sharing. I hope you have a great rest of the week and a happy weekend. Bye-bye.